Hey guys, welcome back. I'm sorry for not uploading, man. I just had to take a break. I need like a personal break for myself, man. I ain't gonna lie too. Sorry if the audio is more scuffed than usually. Lost my mic, so I'm using no mic actually. Yeah. Let's get into it. Last time we left off, we had Naruto, no, not Naruto, Deku, of course, Deku, bro, Deku. See, I'm a Naruto shit, like, that's how I say Naruto, I'm sorry, yo. We had Deku pulling up into school last time, he was on his grind, his vibe, he was doing his thing, right? He was just doing his thing, ain't gonna lie. So then, this is the next day, of course. Deku, he has been, like somewhat. Alright, be honest, let's be honest. He's been putting his classmates in genjutsus, and after that he's been reading their minds using the Renegon, because one of the paths allow you to read people's minds. So if you think that Deku shouldn't be able to read people's minds, that's not in the Renegon. Shut up. That is in the Renegon, of course. You can read people's minds, and you basically you can take their soul. You're reading their soul. That's all you're doing. Like, you know how let me stop. All right. Anyways, so Deku's been reading up on all of his like colleagues, co-workers too. He's been doing some questionable stuff. Like he's been gathering a bunch of information on all these heroes, put them into his book, but then like really just remember it, so he destroys his book because he doesn't really need it no more, as he already knows and remembers like all the weaknesses, strengths and weaknesses. He doesn't need to do Bakugo because, well, he is more experienced with Bakugo than anybody else within his classroom, and yeah, so it's a pretty simple job for Deku. Now, Deku, the next day, of course, of school, he would have arrived. The Aizawa would have been like, no, not next day. Totally not next day. I swear. On my Yeezys. I swear on my non-existent Yeezys. So the day when he went to school, right, and he was working out, well, not working out, but like he's been basically exploring the building. No, he would have gone to class. He would see Aizawa and basically laying down in a sleeping bag. He wouldn't really mind it, but thinks that's weird. Aizawa would instantly get up saying, "Oi, you're supposed to be outside. Who said you could come in early?" I had a pass. Oh, you're that one kid, huh? Interesting. Able to pass on my store, huh? So, why want to be a hero anyways? Well, to be honest, saving people right now. But in the back of Sasuke's mind, he's thinking that, well, his main goal is to figure out how to get out of this world, go to his dimension, of course. But it seems like it's not going to be possible, as not only that he doesn't have the time turtle, and if he does, he's just going to go back to whatever. He's going to go back in time in this universe and not the other universe, So Sasuke would say that I want to become a hero to save the people that are weak, to protect those that can't protect themselves, to stop all this racism of having a quirk that looks like the mutant type B quirks. There are people they basically make fun of them just for having a birth defect that they get when they're younger for a quirk. Some people only look up at the people that have mutant type quirks that are actually pro heroes, but the rest, they look down on them on shame. It's like you need to be a hero just to have status in this world. It's crazy. It's a big ideology for a kid. I said my desire to become a hero. My basic ideology is that we shouldn't have villains, of course. Villains, instead of being imprisoned, dangerous villains like All for One. And I'm finally back. Well, basically, what I was supposed to say is that Deku, like, I think that villains should, the most dangerous villains, should be killed off. But villains that are not that dangerous, send them to that correction facility of yours called Tartarus, and totally not a Persona copy, totally not a Persona copy of the name, but like we get the point, right? Yeah, we get the point. We get the point totally. Now I'm gonna pause real quick just so I can test out the mic audio right now because it's going pretty low on my end. But if I turn up the volume, big difference. All right, thanks. Anyways, so then Deku he would go sit down as he is just now waiting for everybody to pull up. So now he's sitting in the classroom. He's wondering to himself, alright, I need to, well, know how I said that before he, was studying and all that? I was saying about, like, later on in the series, that's what he's basically doing, alright? That's later on in the series what he's basically doing. I didn't even say that early. Anyways, Deku, he is, he's reading a book. But he would decide to take out his laptop as he is now going to, he's going to start researching on all the heroes that work at, of course, UA, as he's getting ready to, maybe challenge them one day, or just to know their skills, their abilities, and try to figure out what's their weakness, of course. Like, we have, no, never mind, I'm not going to say anything. Too stupid, alright? Too stupid, okay? So then, no, we got Midnight, right? She uses her looks to seduce her adversaries sometimes, but her weakness is within her quirk. And more or less, you can mostly stop it with a gas mask or not breathe after because the toxins are trying to go quickly up to your nose. So, like, for her quirk, basically, just stop breathing and be able to land some quick, powerful attacks, jump out, breathe, same thing over. She uses her quirk as a cover area, so when you come in to try to attack, you will get caught off guard. So yeah, that's basically her thing. That's her weakness and all that. He's also finding about his teacher's quirk, Eraserhead. He can basically cancel people's quirks, Anyways, you see now, people will start walking into the classroom. Like, hey, wait a minute. Isn't that one kid that got the highest points yesterday? Oh, you're serious? That one dude? Hey. Don't care. You guys are gonna only talk to me because I have fame. I'm only interested in becoming a hero. I'm not interested in people that only want to become a hero that want money as so-called the quickest and easiest job. Everybody would start walking into classroom by one, reading Deku, but then Deku would give off not a really bad aura, but like not talking to you right now. I'm not gonna talk to you aura, Know what I'm trying to say? Nice. So basically now Deku, he's in class, and then Aizawa he's standing up, kind of on his phone, right? Standing up on his phone, and the class is still talking. Of course, Ida is arguing with Bakugo, that's already argued with Deku, that's just pissed and is trying to take out his anger on somebody else. Of course, he would have just, he didn't really care. As I wouldn't say, it's taking you guys 2.5 minutes just to get quiet. So the class would just get quiet because they're like, oh shoot, sorry, we just got really distracted at the time. As I always say that, I keep pronouncing incorrectly, but you get what I'm trying to say. You say, we don't have enough time anyways. Today we're just going to be doing your quick assessment test. But didn't we already do that? Well, why are we doing it again though? This test is to see if I should kick you out of my classroom or not. What? The class would be the class was gassed, but Naruto, he wouldn't have any slight reaction to this. Bakugo, Todoroki, and Ida would see. They're not sure, but they think he's getting pretty cocky, not gonna lie. It's like he has it in the bag. Todoroki, Todoroki would show really more hate and somewhat bloodlust, but Bakugo shows more bloodlust than both of them combined, as he's been hating on Deku since like forever too. So they would have gone outside. They would have asked, what did you throw in like middle school and all that, whatever. They would have answered the questions. I don't know what they said, to be honest, and I don't want to say. So then, he would say, alright, because Deku was here first, and he's special in some cases, I'll let him go first. Deku would pull up, and then he would move his hair, showing when he's showing on his eye. He will start wondering, is that a mutation quirk? Nah, it can't be. What is that? It's in his eye. Is it a mode? It's not a mutation or no, it's not a mutation quirk. It's just stuck like this. So now I should demonstrate to y'all the true power, or my power, not full. But you'll understand sooner or later that my power is greater than anybody else here, and I'll become the number one hero and stop all these fake heroes from acting like they are heroes just to earn clout and money. See, now let's talk about Sasuke's development real quick, as he's still using his Susanoo arm to throw the ball into the air. Now imagine the ball getting thrown into the air. You see, Sasuke's development in the story is a mix between Deku, somewhat of Stain's ideology, and of course, Sasuke. We have old Sasuke in the mix to bring all the emotions back, baby. So basically, let's talk about Stain's ideology. He dropped out when he was in UA. Well, I think it was UA. He dropped out because everybody in his classroom was manga spoilers. Was wait. Should I even say this? Because there's Stain already passed. He dropped out because everybody, they were all fake heroes. They didn't really believe that. They only did it for the money. Stain dropped out because he didn't like that. So then he became a vigilante, hunting down heroes that shouldn't be heroes and villains, of course. He still looks up to All Might in any case, but despises non-heroes. That's what Deku looks off of. Someone that actually gets it. Just because he's been going on the internet a lot with this new technology in this found world. Of course, now with Deku's side, he wants to become a hero better than All Might. He even uses his quirk. He studies a lot. That shows off Sasuke's studying side of this case. Then we got Sasuke. We got the old Sasuke and better Sasuke. Of course, the Sasuke is so smart, and he thinks faster than any other human being in this world. Okay. He is more, he says himself, doesn't want to say anything much than he really needs to say, but gets the point out there and tells you if you're doing something wrong or just being really wrong. Now, Deku's score, it would have been infinite. Everybody else gets the regular version canon. I don't really care because, the numbers and all that. But does it look like I'm good at math? No. Anyways, so then now Deku, he's like, guess I could finally go home, They would just go home. But Todoroki would ask Deku, "Oi, Deku, just because you're so special doesn't mean that you can't. Well, I can't become better than you. I like to see you try, Todoroki. But I have a question. Why are you becoming a hero?" Todoroki would gasp at this thought. Why do I want to become a hero? I know about your little daddy issues. But why? I just want to ask, Why are you becoming a hero, Todoroki? Todoroki would just stand there, just looking at the ground and thinking hard too. Why did I sign up? He's still thinking, of course. So then Deku, he would have left. Couple days go by, school and all that. Deku just learning and all that. Doing the schoolwork and stuff. Bro. Like, we're gonna skip a couple. Like, let's just skip a couple. Like, we got we have to do. We have to do. I'm not that much of an. I don't really know the big stuff that happens, but like I know some of the important stuff. All right, really important stuff. So months, weeks pass. We have the USJ. I think it was called the USJ. I think that's what it's called. They would start doing that. So then they would head on the bus. They would pull up on the bus like, "You finna go to the USJ and do some court training." And yeah, of course. Wait, I remember. I remember. I remember. So next day, right? Next day, not months, no months go by. Like next day, they would do a villain versus hero test, right? Of course, Uraraka and Deku, and then we have Todoroki and Bakugo who work on the same team. And so then it's All Might with him like, all right, so 3, 2, 1, go. Not trying to explain some of the later stuff. Just get to the point, all right. So Deku, he'll be like, so Uraraka, huh? Mm-hmm. Oh, thank you for saving me that one time too. You're saying thank you again. You know that we got to say thank you to you earlier because like you were pretty quiet. All right, but why you want to become a hero? Just asking. Oh, because I want the money. The money, huh? Is that all you care about, Uraka? Well, of course being a hero will be fun. What's fun about being a hero to you? Well, no. Actually, do you think being a hero is just about the money, Uraka? Um, I'll let you dwell on that. He would then activate as one Tomoe Sharingan, putting Uraka in a Genjutsu, of course. This would kind of scare her, frighten her, all that, just to show a point. He would then leave, of course. He would pull up to the bomb room, but before he would hear explosions going through the walls. It would then burst open, but he would easily catch Bakugo with a Susanoo arm, throwing him across, and then going to a almost full Susanoo form and shooting him with an arrow, causing a huge explosion, revealing the outside. Now, Bakugo would have been retired, incapacitated after this attack, of course. So then, now, but it's all up to Todoroki, of course. Todoroki just realizing what happened to Bakugo. Like, he was weak anyways. We all knew this was gonna happen. There's no point in denying the truth. And so then, he would have gotten ready. Deku would have appeared and saying, alright, Todoroki, it's just you and me. Now, Todoroki, he's being cautious. He knows what Deku can really do. He knows what he's capable of. So then, he would throw some he would bring up some ice, right? And it would start projecting them like it's like an rapid arrows, okay? Like the Chinese used in war, right? You know what it is, right? A big a box canister, right? Like going pivoting up, right? And a bunch of arrows in it. Basically like that. He would send up ice, and then ice would start shooting out from that ice. Deku would activate his 3 Tomoe, dodging these ice really fast. But then Todoroki would up his game, of course. He then starts sending them in smaller but really sharper versions, of course. These would bother Deku, of course. But he would easily dodge it. So then Todoroki decides to hit him from his blind. Well, he doesn't know it's his blind spot, but he would then spread ice around the room and start hitting him from everywhere. Of course, even where his blind spot is. Of course, this would have been a very difficult task for, of course, Deku to get out of. So then he would then use his his running Sharingan, of course, and swapping places with, of course, our boy Todoroki. And after that, Todoroki would have gotten pelted with his own ice, hurting him, almost incapacitating him, but he would put up like ice armor. Incomplete ice armor, of course. And so then he would say, time to get serious. He would craft an ice sword. Because he's been teaching himself he's been watching some videos and going to some trainers for some sword techniques, of course, to do it with his ice. And he thinks it's a really good combination for him, alright? So then, Deku would like, interesting. Shall we take this with our swords then? So then, they would then start rushing at each other with both of their swords. Deku would then enhance his sword with chakra, making it more sharper, of course. Then they would start clashing. But on the third clash, Todoroki's sword would break. As Todoroki's sword, on those 2-second clashes, he has been remaking it with ice, filling up the almost breaking pieces of force. Well, almost it breaking off the second it gets in contact with the blade. Now he's wondering, what the hell? I don't get it. How it keeps breaking? What? It's crazy. You were able to keep up with me, but I was just toying with you. I should do the same thing I did to Uraraka. And so then Uraraka would then pull around the corner like, I'm here. He then activate his one Tomoe Sharingan, putting both of them into a genjutsu. Then looking into the camera and saying, I win. Well, no, not I win, but like easy dub. But then he put everybody else in the camera room in a genjutsu, except Mineta, as he's wondering, wait, yo, what happened to everybody just now? Yo, awake? You good? You guys good? Like, sheesh. But then everybody would come out of it, of course. All Might would have been scared, terrified of his boy, of course. He would have been like, no, Deku wins. Then we have Momo saying, he should have used more teamwork with Uraraka. I'm not sure why he was asking those questions, but he should have used more teamwork with him to make a vital asset, whatever, yada yada yada. But Deku would make a comeback saying that, I already know her quirk and her weaknesses. She can use gravity. In this situation, we have someone that uses ice and fire, but refuses to use her fire side. We have someone that can use explosions. All she can do is float. In this case, she could be used as a support person in battle like Fat Gum. I suggest her going to agencies that will help in a support course, as that's what she's mostly good for. I knew that if I had to do this, I would have to, distract her and ask her a couple questions. So then that's what I did. It was pretty easy to knock out Bakugo, as he's too cocky and he thinks too highly of himself. He's able to do anything. He needs to cut down that cockiness. Probably try to go into a state of calm if he ever wants to beat me. So, Momo, you probably want to recheck that. Momo would get pretty, frustrated and all that, meh. Of course, Ida's still class president because, yeah. Anyways, so then now they would go back and then, a couple days go by and all that. And so then they would have been going down to the thing, whatever it's called, alright? Going on the bus, pull up to the thing. And so then they would reach there, Well, but before they reaching there, Uraraka would then be asking Deku, hey, Deku, so what's your abilities? Of course, we know your quirk is not a mutation. You said it's a energy type quirk. But what is that with your eyes? Well, I call this the Sharingan. I call this the running Sharingan, of course. Hey, it sounds like the manga I've been reading. Manga? You know what manga is? This has been a good time for a sponsor. Not even gonna lie, too. Like, this has been a good time for a sponsor from a manga. Like, not even capping, too. Anyways, Naruto, well, Deku, he only knows, like books, alright? Books. He doesn't even know about mangas. They will start introducing me mangas and all that, saying, this is called, Burrito. The next, doo-doo generation, alright? What's Burrito? Oh, so, well, we got this one kid, this guy's black, and then we got his friend that has, like, a weird eye power called the Uzigon, alright? The sharing, Zanpakuto Gon. And, like, it has this immense power, and, like, I don't want spoilers, thank you. Okay, well, what's your abilities? Well, of course, I've been putting you guys in a really weak Genjutsu, of course. Genjutsus are just like illusions that I play on you. Really weak Genjutsus that you guys are somehow not able to break out of. That's surprising too. Of course, this is the 1 Tomoe, 2 Tomoe, 3 Tomoe, and then here is the Mangekyo, and then here is the EMS. Dang, you already have names for all of them. Yeah. Then, like, what's your abilities? Like, passive abilities? Well, I'm able to, see attacks before they really can come. Basically, I'm so fast that it's like time perception. Now, you can send an attack at me, but I'll be able to dodge it. Of course. Another move, I am able to have an infinite black fire that I still haven't used on you guys yet, of course. Now, Todoroki would overhear this. Black fire? His quirk's better than mine. No, this is not my quirk. It never will be my quirk. So then, he would just, like, start thinking to himself, what, black fire? I would want that instead of my dad's fire quirk. It may be the same, but everlasting burning fire sounds more interesting than a fire quirk. Anyways, he didn't say I'm also able to conquer up an energy type beat like I call it a Susano, of course. Here's the rib cage, and then I have like a little arm shield and all that, and all that, boom. And if I go full form, if I go like my mid form, then the bus will be destroyed. So I'll do that maybe later, and so then so on. And now I'm going to end it here. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, turn on notifications, and sorry for not uploading. There's more, and see you guys later. Bye.